Hi, welcome to a new GoForIt video. Today I bring you a slightly different video from what I used to have in my channel. Seicane reached to me and asked me if I wanted to review their product, this H030, that it's a video recorder device capable of having Apple Carplay and Android Auto. This unit, you simply strap it to your existing rear view mirror and instantly you get access to a lot of features. This has a capacitive screen with 11.26 inches with 1920 by 440 resolution. This translates in 275mm by 72. With this device, we have both front and rear camera with the ability to do parking monitoring. The device has a gyro sensor able to detect collision and motion, so it will automatically record any of these events when you are away. It supports a 128GB micro SD and it can record in loop. This means that it replaces the older files when full. It's recommended to use on micro SD class 10 or above. The device has built-in wireless CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. With this device, you can use your preferred navigation system and at the same time you can listen to your podcast or playlist from your streaming service. In my case, I usually run Waze or Google Maps and Spotify in my cars. I will show you how to connect it in a moment. The unit has microphone and speaker built in, but you can connect to your car system using one of three methods. You can connect it using an auxiliary cable, you can connect by the built-in FM transmitter. Just set the frequency and then tune your radio to the same frequency and it will be connected. Or use the built-in Bluetooth connection and you are ready to go. In the package, you get the device itself. It comes really well packed. So you have the device with protective films in the camera and in the screen. You have the user manual in English. You get the reverse camera with some hardware to mount it. We'll talk about this in a moment. You get the rubber bands to attach it to the mirror and a small trim removal tool to help you to sneak the wires in your car. You get an auxiliary cable. And finally, the USB power supply cable with the adapter to your standard 12-volt socket. The output from this, it's DC 5 volts with 300 milliamps. So if you have a USB-C port with this capacity, you can use it with a good USB cable to feed the device. Let's now connect it and check the device working. I will just use a USB-C. Here on the top you have the USB-C connector, the port to connect the rear view camera, the micro SD slot and the auxiliary connection. I will also insert a micro SD and now I will just remove the protective film. And here you can see the mirror itself. And let's now connect the device. Just connect the USB-C and on the bottom you have a button to press, but it will automatically come on. And it's already on. So it's saying that the SD card, it is failing to load because we need to format it. So this is your main screen, where you have the main options to connect the CarPlay, the Android Auto, the DVR, the playback and the audio output. You can select any of these. In the left, you see the home, the volume, the definitions and the brightness. Let me increase the brightness so I think you'll see it better. I will start now by accessing the definitions. And in here you have all the definitions that you need to set your device. I will go, if you go to storage info, the TFT card is not okay, so let's format it. You saw the TF is loading and it is now ready to be used. You can come back here, and if you hit the DVR, it is start recording, and of course we are already seeing the front camera. As option, you can stop recording, you can take photo. In here you can send it to your device, but it's not connected yet. You can mute it, or you can play back the last video that it is just showing here the image. When you play back the video, you can see that the image gets wider. Let's now bring in the reverse camera. And this reverse camera came with this double-sided tape that you can use and some screws. To connect this, you simply have to connect this end to the device, and you have this red wire that it's a trigger that you need to connect to the 12 volts on your reverse light, and this will give the trigger to it's a trigger that gives the signal to the unit to put it in reverse mode. I will now just connect the rear camera here, and we already have the signal from the reverse camera. It is now on the double view, where it shows on the left the front camera and on the right the reverse camera. You can swipe and show just one, swipe, show the other, swipe again, have it double. Now, how do you connect your Android Auto? In my case, because I have an Android here. You go to Android Auto, and it says it requests switch to Android Auto mode. I say confirm. And now it gives you the instructions in here. So it asks you to go to your device, go to settings, connections, to Bluetooth, and it will search by the new device. You just click to connect. It gives you the pair code. You just hit pair, and it is already paired with your device. Just make sure that it is connected. It's already connected, and in a moment it will make the connection, and here it is. We have already the device working in Android Auto. This is totally wireless, and as you can see, you can access to all your apps. You can go to Waze, for example. You can put Spotify, change the split screen, invert them, use as you want. Now, to go back to your home screen, you have this assistance here, this circle, you press it and you can go straight to your home page again. In here, on the settings, I will show you the other settings when I have this in the car, but right now I will show you just the split screen mode that you can activate it, and you will see that this is only allowed when you have Android Auto or Apple Carplay connected. And what this will do is that it will split the mirror in half, and you will have your system on the left, and on the right it is showing you the camera. In this point it is just showing the front camera, but when you have the reverse, you can have here the reverse camera showing the image. So you can drive checking your map and checking the image from the reverse camera. Of course, at any time you can press the button on the bottom, and this is a regular rear view mirror. If you press it again, it came exactly to the point it was. Now I will show you when you press and hold the button, it will shut down. It's off. And now when you turn it on, you will see that the device will boot and connect automatically to the Android Auto. You don't have to go here and connect it every time. If you go now to your Android Auto, here it is in the last setting. Let's now go to the car, mount this in place and explore it a little bit more, and after we will drive around with the device and I will show you how useful this is. I had two options to mount the Seicane H030, the Cayenne or the 928. After thinking for a moment, the obvious choice was the 928. There are two reasons. First, for the Cayenne, Seicane has a really nice unit to replace the original one, and I'm hoping to be able to review one of those units soon. Second, this H030, in my opinion, is the perfect product to install in a classic car, especially in a classified one like my 928, because the unit can be installed without any permanent modification to the car. If you want, you can even quickly remove it from the rear view mirror when you arrive to your classic car meet and reinstall it when you leave. Let's now go inside the car and see it in action. I've installed it using the rubber bands provided in the kit. Here on top you can see the connections from the rear view camera and USB cable. I'm taking the power from a USB socket I have permanently mounted in the glove box, and I have to rearrange better the cable to pass it directly from inside the glove box to the A pillar. The camera cable runs under the headliner, going to the rear, where I've attached the camera to the bumper with a supplied double-side tape. As you can see, the unit was installed with no permanent modification to the car. When I turned on the ignition, the unit came to life, and because we had already connected to my phone, the Android Auto will start by itself without any interaction. Please be aware that I'm referring to Android Auto because I'm using Android, but every time I mention Android Auto, it will do the same with Apple Carplay. Just give it a moment and it will connect automatically. There it is. The Android Auto or Apple CarPlay can be used in two modes. It can be used in the double view mode, where it shares the space with the camera view. When in this mode, you can still use the Android Auto in this area, but the field of view is reduced, of course. The half showing the camera can be alternated because between the rear view camera, that's the one that it is now, and the front facing camera. You just need to swipe to one or to the other. To change between the single and the double view mode, you need to come so out of here to home, then to settings. In here you have the split screen mode, and you can change from split screen to full screen mode. And here it is, Android Auto in full screen mode. Of course, this you can split the screen with the Spotify in this case and the Google Maps in here, or you can change the apps. It's a normal Android Auto or Apple CarPlay system. In my case, I prefer to use it in the double screen view. Let's quickly put it back again in the double view. As normal, go to this small circle, go to the home page, settings, split screen mode, and now split screen double view. Okay, go back, and now if I go to Android Auto, it will take some moment, but it will make the connection and it will get me the full screen. You can cycle the key, or you can just wait a little bit and it will change automatically. There it is. It's connected already with the Android Auto and the camera. Let's talk now about the sound connection. If you came to here to the home screen and you click on this icon here, the second from the bottom, you have the connection options. The unit has its own speaker, this one. You cannot expect too much from that, but for GPS instruction it is more than enough. let me try to show you what you can expect from this speaker. So as you can see, it can be useful to give some driving directions or something, but to listen to music it's not the best option. Now that we are working with the unit speaker, you see that in here you can set the volume. The icon changed, and you have now here the audio output. Let's go there, and you can connect it, of course, with the auxiliary cable. It shows you here a small picture. If your car has this option, it can be, but be aware that it's also one more wire coming from here that you need to route to the car stereo. The unit also has a built-in FM transmitter in this option here. You come here to the setting, and here you set the frequency you want to transmit. Usually you find a frequency that is empty in your area, and you set it here. You just need to slide your finger and you can set the frequency here. Then you set your car radio to the same frequency, and you have the sound transmitting to your car. If you have a Bluetooth connection, in my opinion, that is the best option, because you can have the phone connected to the unit and also to your car at the same time. That allows the sound to come from your car sound system with no additional connection. In my case, I don't use a stereo in this car, but I have a Bluetooth speaker here that do the same. So I will connect the phone to the Bluetooth speaker and the sound will come through here. And if you can see, I can control the volume on my phone. And this is a way better option to use. Let's now check the reverse camera operation when reversing. The camera itself has the red wire I showed you during the unboxing that you need to connect to the reverse light 12 volts. This will trigger the reverse mode, and you get these guides to help you when you're approaching an obstacle. If you came to the settings, one more time, you get in this option, the reverse line calibration, the option to move these around and to calibrate them as you intend. I recommend you that you put an obstacle to a fixed distance that you remember, and then you fine tune the lines to be in the red, in the yellow or in the green field. After you have calibrated as you want, you just hit confirm and it will save it. Here in the settings you have a lot of other options that you can check. They are self-explanatory, and the unit came with a user manual that it has a description for all these options. So you can go through it and check it. It's nice to explore a new unit. Let's now take a quick drive just for you to see the unit in action. As you can see, I'm seeing the map and the rear view camera, and even in the bright day like today we can clearly see the image in the screen. The unit is always recording, front camera and rear camera, and I will put you a video clip here next so you can see the image quality that you get from those recordings. These were the main features I want to show you about this unit. It was a really nice surprise how well it works, and I've been using it during the last 4 weeks non-stop, and it has been flawless. It didn't glitch or fail one single time, so I can recommend it for you to use it in your daily driver if you want, or in the classic car like I suggest. To get one unit like this, just follow the link on the video description, and don't forget to use the code GFI capital letters at the checkout to get a 3.5% discount. Remember, GFI capital letters at checkout for the discount. I will leave the code also written here in the description above the link for the product. If you like the video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and share the video on your social networks with your friends. It will help me to bring you more content like this. If you want, follow me also on Instagram and Facebook, where I post regular updates between the videos. See you in the next one. Bye!